girls, homeboys. Did you miss me? Okay, so I've been gone for a little bit. What's crazy is I had recorded a YouTube video for you guys, and then I was deleting stuff, and I accidentally fucking deleted it, and I was so mad that I was like, okay, I'm not about to re-record that shit, but it's for the best, because this story I have today is way more interesting. I'm still gonna tell that story, maybe next week or something, but I'm glad I thought of this one, because, bitch, this story was, okay. So this story takes place when I was 15 and 16 years old. Literally, like, damn near that whole, like, year of my life. Okay. Oh, I actually should have told the teacher story time first, because, like, okay, whatever. So I met this girl in one of my classes, and she's a lesbian, and she was, like, very, like, attracted to me, but I did not have any sort of attraction to her. I'm bisexual. I like girls, but I just didn't like her. Not even a little bit. So she was always trying to come on to me, and I'm like, no, girl. And she's like, okay, well, if you don't like me, let me put you on one of my friends. And I'm like, okay. I probably should have known this bitch was trying to set me up because I didn't like her ass. Because when you think about it, this bitch was trying to set me up. And I know you're probably like, Jordan, where the fuck are you at? I was eating downstairs, and I was like, let me just film this. So I'm like in this weird orb I have in my house. But anyway, so I should have known this bitch was trying to set me up. Because she was. So I'm like, yeah, plug me with your friend. She shows me her friend, and her friend, the picture she showed me, she had beautiful long hair. She's like, but she cut all her hair off, so she doesn't have long hair like that anymore. I'm like, okay, but if you know me, I love, like, when I date girls, I love, like, hair. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I date studs and everything, but I don't date studs to, like, cut their hair off. I don't know why, but, like, long hair is just super attractive to me. So I was like, kind of, because, like, she cut her hair off, so it didn't make her less attracted to me, but it was just sort of like, oh, that's not really my type anymore. Like, she's still beautiful, cute, but that's just not really my type. So she's like, no, like, trust me, she is still so cute without her hair, like, you gotta talk to her. And I'm like, okay. So I think she had given me the girl's, like, Instagram or her Facebook. I didn't get her number at first. So I add her on Instagram, or I add her on Facebook, whatever one. And I, like, was going through her social media, whatever I was on, and I'm like, this is a rah-rah type of bitch, okay? She's a rah-rah type of girl. So I'm immediately like, in 15-year-old, 16-year-old Jordan's mind, that shit was like, but now I would be like, bitch, ew, I'm not talking to somebody like that, because that shit don't get you nowhere. It don't get you nowhere. It really, really don't. You want some fast money, and then what? You want to go to jail? Like, it doesn't get you anywhere. But in my mind, my immature ass mind, I'm like, oh my God, like, that is so attractive. Like, she's in the streets. Like, oh my God, she's a shooter. She sells drugs. Like, oh my God. Like, just ugly, just dumb. Like, I was just dumb. So she's like telling me about her friend. She's like, you know, she's like she's aggressive. She has anger issues. And again, I don't know. Like, as you can see, this is just going to be a fucking recipe for disaster. Like, she's just telling me that this girl has the worst qualities ever. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, really? Like, I just wasn't there, like, mentally. So I'm like, okay, you know, I really want to fuck with her, like, whatever. So I'm not sure how we started texting, but I just remember we started texting, like, and she was crazy as fuck. She was crazy as fuck. If I went a few hours without texting her, she would, like, be on my fucking ass, like, be on my ass. So I remember I had stopped texting her for probably like 3 weeks, because she was just a lot. And in that 3 weeks, I had started fucking with this other girl. I need to give these people names. Okay, so crazy girl, her name is Banana. And then the girl I just said I started fucking with, her name is Lotion. So I had just started fucking with Lotion. I had stopped talking to Banana like 3 weeks ago. So I don't know how, but Banana, like, started texting me again. And she was like, it's a thing that she said, and if I say it, I don't want to offend people, and I don't want to go against guidelines. But basically, in the gist of what she said was, don't go long periods of time without texting me type shit. Basically what she said. And then we had just started texting again. So I was texting Lotion and Banana at the same time at first. I will admit, now that was probably bad on my part, but it was like, fuck it. And then Banana had said something to me one day, like we were just texting, and out of nowhere she's like, you know, you're a really pretty girl, right? And I was like, yeah. She's like, you know, you can make a lot of money by just sitting in the room talking to somebody. And I was like, is this bitch, is she trying to pimp me out? Is she trying to pimp me out? She told me, you're a really pretty girl, you can make a lot of money by just sitting in a room and talking to somebody. I was dumb, but bitch, I wasn't that dumb. I was like, oh, okay. Because she was like, you know, that's how I make my money. Like, I have bitches that do that for me. And I set it up so they give me some money and they get to keep blah, blah, blah. But I get a little bit because I set it up for them. And I am thinking about, like, I was naive, but I wasn't, like, that dumb. Like, my whole life, my dad has, like, taught me about, like, because I live in Vegas, taught me about, like, prostitution and kidnapping and, like, getting bamboozled and shit like that. Like, because it just is, like, such a common thing where I live that even if I was sheltered from a lot of the world, I, like, had common sense in those areas. Because if I was dumb and I had this older girl promising me, oh, you can get money by just sitting and talking in a room to somebody, and I was dumb, I would be like, oh, okay, like, how do I do that? But because I knew automatically, like, this bitch is trying to make me a prostitute, I was like, no, I'm not really interested in that. And it just, like, boggled my mind, because when I was in this period of my life and I was dating the people that I was dating, a lot of them said to me, you know, I like you so much because you're so innocent. They thought that looking back, they thought that I was dumb and that they could, like, manipulate me into doing things for them. And it never worked. And I feel like that's why they always wanted to stop talking to me, because they wanted me to do things for them that I wasn't going to do. They, like, wanted me to prostitute for them, like, all this other stuff. Like, it is a really common thing out here for people that are in that kind of life to try to, like, trick you by being like, oh, all you have to do is do this and you can make X amount of money. It's so easy, but you have to give me a little bit of it because I'm setting it up for you. Like, living in Vegas is really crazy because it's a lot more common than you think. And because for people, like, I wasn't having sex, I wasn't doing drugs, like, all this other stuff, I was so innocent that they were like, okay, I like that. She's probably dumb enough to the point where I can tell her this and she'll do this for me. But I wasn't. So back to the story. So I told her, like, you know, I'm not interested in that. Like, that's not my get down. Sorry, basically. And she was like, not even that she got mad, but she was just like, you know, I'm just trying to put you on some money. And I was like, no, I don't want money like that. Like, I don't want to make money like that. And, like, she was just like, okay, whatever. So then she stopped texting me for, like, 3 days. And so in this point, you want to start texting me, I'm just going to talk to Lotion. So I'm talking to Lotion. I'm getting, like, closer with Lotion. And then Banana texts me out of nowhere. She's like, sorry, she literally said something along the lines of, like, I did 6 lines of cocaine and I've been asleep for 3 days. Like, something along the lines of that. And I was like, what? Like, I just remember being like, what? So at this point, Banana was, like, so not in, like, she was so not in the running for me anymore. Like, her life was just a little too much for me. Her life was just a little too much for me. And I respect it. Gotta get it how you live. Gotta do you. But 15-year-old, 16-year-old me didn't want to be a part of that anymore. So I started getting close with Lotion, and eventually I ended up dating Lotion. Now, how she found out I was dating Lotion before I even posted this girl, I do not know. But she knew, and she was pissed. She was pissed. And keep in mind, like I said, I had never even seen this girl in person. I didn't even ever kiss this girl. I think I only talked on the phone with her a few times, but I had been texting her for, like, 2 months. So I think in her mind, like, I wasn't her girlfriend or anything, but in her mind, I think she thought, like, I belonged to her. Like, I wasn't her girlfriend, but in her mind, I think she thought I belonged to her. Because when she found out I was dating Lotion, she went fucking berserk. She went crazy. And I don't know if she was just bored, but it was like a threat from this girl every day. Like, once she found out I was dating her, like, not only to me, but to Lotion as well, to Lotion's friends. Like, it was literally something every single day when this girl found out that I had a girlfriend. So I'm trying to, like, think of the most memorable ones. So I think one day I was at work and Lotion had pulled up to come see me on my lunch break, and she's like, you're, like, not gonna believe you texted me. And I'm like, Banana, like, she texted you? She's like, yeah. She's showing me, she's, like, scrolling and showing me text messages, and it's Banana being, like, just, like, saying the most outrageous shit, like, I'm gonna steal your bitch, like, fuck you, I want to fight, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm pretty sure Lotion told her, like, I'm not gonna fight a crackhead, because, you know, she did cocaine. But it's, you know, that's super irrelevant to the story. Get it how you live, do your thing, whatever. And I was just like, what the fuck? So I had texted her and I was like, you have got to stop. I wish I had the text, but I don't. I was like, you have got to stop. Like, this is crazy. And she was like, you're fucking with a square bitch. Like, fuck you. Basically just like trying to make it seem like I was dumb for fucking with Lotion because she wasn't getting no money like her. Because Banana was in the streets and she was getting money. She knew how to take care of me. Basically, that's what she was trying to say. And this literally went on for months. This went on for months. Now, I will say, Lotion got the worst of it. My girlfriend got the worst of it. I was just kind of like, stop, guys, stop. Like, I'm like 15 or 16 years old. I had never this was essentially just a big ass like fucking drama filled thing, and I had never had like drama of this magnitude. So I was just like what the fuck? Every fucking 3 seconds, I was like, what the fuck? And I guess it was kind of my fault because I was talking to both of them at the same time. But I thought once she told me that she had a fun drug filled weekend, she might have thought, maybe that turned her off. Like, you know, like I would think that, maybe I would think that. So I don't know, but I remember every day it was just like something. So one day I got a text message from this girl saying to me like, oh, I want to beat your ass because essentially because she was one of Banana's friends. She was one of Banana's friends, but she knew Lotion, but she didn't like Lotion anymore because Banana didn't like Lotion. I hope I'm not confusing you with these names. Banana bad, Lotion good, okay? So, well, actually, Lotion's not even a good person, but, well, that's a whole another story. So, she, like, basically was like, I want to whoop your ass because, like, just a whole bunch of bullshit. And I just remember being like, girl, it was like, it was literally the stupidest fucking reason you would ever think of in life. It was literally the dumbest fucking reason you would ever think of in life. So I laughed at the message. I'm pretty sure I laughed at the message and I fucking ignored her because girl, what? It was like, okay, if you had a valid reason for wanting to fight me, I guess, but you came to me with the dumbest fucking reason that has absolutely nothing to do with you at that. It has nothing to do with you. This whole thing's between me, Lotion, and Banana. This has absolutely nothing to fucking do with you. So, shut up, basically. So I was just like, girl, anyway. So then, Banana was back on Lotion's line, like, and she's like, I want to fight, and blah, 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 blah. And it was just like so blown out of proportion. And eventually, Lotion did have to fight. And it wasn't Banana that she fought, but it was one of Banana's friends. And I told Lotion, I said, you know, you did not win that fight. Like, and at the time, it was so humiliating. I was like, because I thought she could fight. And Lotion, if you see this, because you're going to know who you are, I was like, you didn't, like, lose, but you didn't win. But the other girl, she definitely didn't lose. She sort of won. It was, like, that kind of thing. Like, But, you know, you got to get it how you live sometimes. It's okay. So, basically, and then, so that was like a whole thing. So I remember at school, I had seen the girl who set me up with Banana, or set me up with Lotion. Which one is, so she set me up with Banana, the girl who set me up with Banana, and I seen her hanging out with the girl who said that she wanted to fight because of Banana, whatever. And she just stared at me. And I'm expecting, because she basically said, like, oh, when I see you, it's bad. So I had stood right by this girl because my friend was her friend. So we went and sat right next to this girl. And I'm just sitting there like, because I didn't say I wanted to fight you. You said you wanted to fight me. So if you're telling me it's bad for me, I'm gonna, like, and she didn't do anything. They just stared at me, both of them. So I don't know. Because if you're texting somebody saying, oh, it's bad when I see you, like, fuck you, basically. Like, this is all stupid-ass old drama now. But I was expecting, like, I don't know. But, yeah, basically, that's just the story of when I was fucking with, like, this crazy-ass girl. And she was trying to ruin my life. It was a lot. It was definitely a lot. definitely more than I should have been doing when I was 15 or 16 years old. That was 2 or 3 years ago now, so thank fucking God. But at the time, it felt like the biggest thing in the world to me, and it was so stressful, and it was so crazy, and I literally hated it every second of the day. But yes, I had to come back with a good ass story time for you guys because I have been gone for so long. Let me know if you guys like this story time. Let me know if you guys want to hear more about lotion. I don't really have a lot about banana, like this was the whole story time. But let me know if you guys want to hear about lotion. Lotion, her crazy ass, and how this bitch also tried to ruin my life. So yeah, but okay, I'm gonna be posting more. Sorry guys, to take a little break. I started college and it's been whipping my fucking ass. If you guys want vlogs, I could definitely do that, but it's hard for me to sit down and do story times sometimes. So if you want a vlog, let me know, bitch. I can give you a vlog. But bye, homegirls and homeboys.